Hi, welcome to Dental Canvas. I am Dr. Gopal Kasat, and in this episode, we will be discussing the anatomy of the maxillary second premolar. Before going ahead, if you are new to this series, check the description or refer to the video on the top right corner to learn basic terminologies required for a better understanding of this video. Also, go through the anatomy of the maxillary first premolar, as due to their anatomic resemblance with maxillary second premolar, direct comparison can be made between both. Now, let us start with the buccal aspect of the maxillary second right premolar. From the buccal aspect, it is noticed that the buccal cusp of the second premolar is not as long as that of the first premolar, and it appears less pointed. This makes them more efficient as grinding teeth, and they assist molars in function as well. Length of the crown cervico-occlusally is approximately 8.5 mm. The mesial slope of the buccal cusp is usually shorter than the distal slope. The opposite is true of the first premolar. The maxillary second premolar may have a crown that is noticeably smaller mesiodistally. Mesiodistal width of the crown at its widest region is 7 mm. The crown and root of the second premolar are thicker at the cervical portion compared to the first premolar. Mesiodistal diameter of crown at the cervix is 5 mm. The buccal ridge of the crown is not as prominent as that of the first premolar. Length of the root is 14 mm from the apex till the cervical curvature. As you must have noticed that even after the difference in the mentioned dimensions, they are same as that of the maxillary first premolar, and that is due to the fact that these are average dimension, and these differences will be obvious when maxillary premolars of a single individual is compared. Let us move on to the lingual aspect. From the lingual aspect, little variation may be seen when compared with the maxillary first premolar, except that the lingual cusp is longer, which makes the crown longer on the lingual side. Moving on to the mesial aspect. The mesial aspect shows the difference in cusp length between the first and second premolar. The cusps of the second premolar are shorter, with slight difference between the buccal and lingual cusp. If you will look closely, greater distance between cusp tips widens the occlusal surface buccolingually. The buccolingual width of the crown at its widest region is 9 mm, and the buccolingual diameter of crown at cervix is 8 mm. Curvature of the cervical line representing the cemento-enamel junction is 1 mm. No developmental depression or deep mesial marginal developmental groove is evident on the mesial surface of this crown, as seen on the first premolar. Maxillary second premolar usually has a single root and shows a shallow developmental groove on the mesial aspect. Similarly, when distal aspect is observed, the distal root depression is deeper than the mesial depression on the maxillary second premolar. This characteristic of the distal root surface is opposite of that of the maxillary first premolar, in which the depression is on the mesial surface of the root. Curvature of the cervical line representing the cemento-enamel junction is almost straight, similar to the maxillary first premolar. Moving on to the last aspect, that is the occlusal aspect. This aspect shows that the outline of the crown is more rounded or oval rather than angular as seen in the maxillary first premolar. The central developmental groove is shorter and more irregular, and there is a tendency towards multiple supplementary grooves radiating from the central groove. This supplementary groove terminates as shallow depression in the enamel that may extend out to the cusp ridges. This arrangement makes for an irregular occlusal surface and gives the surface a very wrinkled appearance. Similar to the maxillary first premolar, two collateral developmental grooves join the central groove just inside the mesial and distal marginal ridges. These grooves are called the mesiobuccal developmental groove and the distobuccal developmental groove. The junction of the grooves are deeply pointed and are named the mesial and distal developmental pits respectively. Mesial triangular fossa and distal triangular fossa are less obvious. Compared to the maxillary first premolar, the buccal triangular ridge of the buccal cusp and the lingual triangular ridge of the lingual cusp is less prominent. This completes all the 5 surfaces of the maxillary first premolar. To summarize it all, you can see an image on the screen with all the average dimensions and key features. To download the same and see our resources, check the description. If you have learned something, hit the like button and feel free to subscribe. Looking forward to your comments. Thanks for watching. I am Dr. Gopal and you have been watching Dental Canvas. See you in the next one.